Hello, boys and girls. Allow me to introduce you to the artist Yayoi Kusama. Isn't that a fun name to say? Yayoi Kusama. Why don't you go ahead and say that to yourself? Yayoi Kusama. This artist is from Japan and she was born in 1929, which means she is 91 years old. Yes, she is still alive and still making art. Here you can see her with her awesome red orange hair. And what does that appear to be in the background? Do you see all those circles? All those polka dots? She likes to create artwork filled with polka dots, and sometimes people call her the Princess of Polka Dots. Her artwork was inspired by a dream or a hallucination that she had when she was a little girl. When she was about 10 years old, she had this dream that she was in a field of flowers, and all of the flowers were surrounding her. And the flowers, they had gigantic dots, polka dots as their head, and she felt like she was being swallowed by the flowers. It was kind of a weird dream, this weird vision that she had, and she had it more than once. So, a lot of times when artists are feeling like they need to express themselves, something that they like, or something that scares them, something that's weird to them, or something that's really that interests them, they create art. So she decided to make artwork with all of these polka dots. And sometimes she would describe it felt like the polka dots were swallowing her. So in some of her artwork, she created these rooms where people can walk around and look at her art, and it feels like the dots, the polka dots and spots are kind of taking over, like you're sinking into them and they're swallowing you. She calls these rooms obliteration rooms because she says it feels like she's getting swallowed into the rooms and they're swallowing her whole. She's being obliterated. So some of her artwork is three-dimensional, like this room, or even this room. This is one of her infinity rooms. She uses mirrors and tons of little tiny lights, little spots, little dots. And when you go in the room, it looks like it goes on forever and ever, which is why she calls it her infinity room. She also likes to put polka dots on these gigantic organic shapes that she creates. Doesn't it look like they're swallowing her? It's almost like little octopus tentacles. So you can see that Yayoi Kusama really likes polka dots, or she likes to use them in her artwork, and it helps her kind of get over that sort of weird feeling she would feel from those dreams and those visions. Another thing she's very interested in, besides flowers, is pumpkins. And some of her artwork she created are paintings of pumpkins. Do you see all the different sizes of polka dots on her big pumpkin? I love that the pumpkins are kind of lumpy and bumpy and not totally round. Sometimes she makes 3D pumpkins. And in this room, she's filled it with glowing pumpkins covered in different sized polka dots. And the top of the room is a mirror, so it's reflecting all of those pumpkins around and around. She also creates paintings of her pumpkins with polka dots, and that's our inspiration for our artwork today. Today, we're going to be creating our very own polka dot pumpkin pattern. Ooh, say that 3 times fast. Polka dot pumpkin pattern, polka dot pumpkin pattern, polka dot pumpkin pattern. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be creating.
Hi artists! Today we're going to be creating some polka dot pumpkins, and we're going to be talking about different lines and shapes that we use in our artwork. So for this lesson you need 2 pieces of colored paper, you need some crayons or markers or colored pencils, a pencil, a glue and a scissor, and you need, if you have paint at home, you can use some paint, otherwise you can use your markers and crayons to decorate, and I have some things to stamp my pumpkin with to make spots. So anything like a cork or a marker cap or even the tip of your pencil, anything that you can make circle marks with. So the first thing I'm going to do on my piece of paper that I want to draw my pumpkin on, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to create a really big potato-y oval shape. And if you notice, I'm not drawing with my pencil. The first thing I always do is I practice error drawing with my finger. So see how I'm going around in a circle, circle, circle motion? It's making it longer to make an oval. Once I feel ready, I'll go ahead and I'll draw a great big circly ovally shape with my pencil. Next, if I have any room, I'll make a stem, but I can always cut out a stem and I can glue it on later. So the next thing I'll do is I'll take out my scissors and I will carefully cut out my oval. I want you to take your time and I want you to cut on the line. Sometimes if you have extra paper hanging off, an easy thing to do to get it out of the way is to just kind of snip that, get that out of the way, and then move your paper as you cut. Cutting is not a race. It's something that you need to practice and practice and practice. There we go. Now I'll go ahead and take my glue stick and I'll put glue, twist up a little bit. You might have liquid glue at home. If you don't have glue, you don't have to do this part. I'm going to put glue around the outside edge of my pumpkin. I went around a couple times and do a little dance in the middle. Move that over and I'll put my pumpkin on my green background. I'm going to put it towards the bottom. And now I might take my scrap paper. Didn't throw away that scrap paper. I'm just going to kind of snip, snip. It's okay if it's not a perfect rectangle. And that's going to be my pumpkin stem. It can even go off the edge of my paper. I'll just put a little spot of glue right there. You can make your pumpkin go the other way if you want to. There's my pumpkin stem. I'm all done with my glue, so I'll go ahead and put that away. Snap that cap, put my scissors away. And then next up, I'm going to take my circle stamper. It could be my cork, it could be my marker cap. I'm gonna go ahead and take that, and I'm gonna dip. And I'll go ahead and add, actually, I think that I made a little oops. I'm gonna put that to the side for right now because I wanted to add my decorations in my background first. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a crayon, whatever color you want. Sometimes Mrs. Savage gets so excited to paint that she forgets to do some of her other things, like I need to write a name on the back of my picture. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my crayon and I'm going to draw little lines that go out from the edge of my pumpkin. The artist that we learned about, Yayoi Kusama, she makes these really neat pumpkins that have polka dots, and then the backgrounds of her pictures have really fun lines and designs. So I'm just going to kind of create straight lines. A straight line is a line that doesn't bend as it goes from end to end. And you probably, some of my artists probably remember that a line is just a dot that decides to go for a walk. There we go. Almost done. Okay, all done. If you wanted to create a little design on your stem, you could do that too. Maybe I'll use a green. If you don't have any other crayons, you just have one, that's okay. But maybe I'll make diagonal lines that go side to side, or diagonally side, from one side to the other. Maybe I'll crisscross. Whatever kind of design you want to make on your stem is okay with me. Now what I need to do on my pumpkin, I'm going to create some polka dots. So now I'll take my paint and I'll take my stamping tool, I'll dip in my paint, and I'll just go ahead and make some polka dots. I'm going to make my polka dots go in a line because that's what Kusama did on hers. If you have different size stamping tools, you can make different sizes. You can do your polka dots all over. I might switch to my marker cap to see what that looks like. Sometimes it kind of makes a circle. Sometimes, oh, I kind of like that sometimes it's filled in and sometimes it's not. Maybe I'll make some more on this side. So however you want to fill in your pumpkin with polka dots is okay with me. I hope you have fun creating your pumpkin, and if you finish and you can take a picture and upload it to the Google Classroom, I would be so happy to see that. Some of these look like little eyeballs, don't they? It's kind of spooky. I might go back and add a couple more of my big dots. I like these big dots. Maybe I'll put them. Uh-oh, oopsies. It's beautiful, oops. It's beautiful, oops. There we go. I'm pretty happy with my pumpkin. Don't forget to help clean up. I hope you have fun, and I can't wait to see your polka dot pumpkins. Bye-bye.